Hey everybody, this is your business guide and host, Michael Rager, and welcome to NowMedia Television and Biz Talk TV. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great show today. We're going to get a little bit deeper today than we normally get. We're only going to have two guests, and we're going to get in deep with them. We're going to start today with Clara Capano. We're going to talk to Clara, and we're going to understand how to get productive with your week. Clara's got a three-step approach that's really going to help you figure out what you got to do to be that successful business owner. Then we're going to have David Murphy live in studio today, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to go ahead and hire the right attorney for your business and how that attorney is going to become part of your trusted advisor group. I'm telling you, when you're going to go and hire people, especially white-collar professionals, your attorneys, your CPAs, your bookkeepers, your consultants, all these people, you need to go out and find the right ones. It's very important. You need to spend time going and researching. You got to find out who they worked with, how they worked with them, and how they've been successful to help other business other business owners grow. That's one of the most important things. I'm hoping that everybody that comes to me has checked me out against my competition, and then they want to work with me because they found out that, one, I'm just really cool. Two, we have really good success. Three, we have fun with our clients. And four, we make profits, and that's what it's all about. We're going to talk about that today, especially with Clara. Productivity leads to profits. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to focus on. And that's why you got to be here every week here on Biz Talk TV. I'm Michael Rager. I'm your business guide. We're going to be back with more right after this.
The best bilingual news, business talk, and technology content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are watching NowMedia Television, the first bilingual media network in the United States.
En esta era digital, las tarjetas de presentación de negocio son cosa del pasado. De hecho, la mayoría de las personas que las reciben las pierden en cuestión de minutos. La videotarjeta de negocios de NowMedia es un video de su negocio especialmente creado por nuestros expertos con toda su información de contacto, los productos y servicios de su negocio, y puede ser enviado de manera rápida utilizando su teléfono móvil. Cientos de negocios ya están viendo la diferencia. Llámenos hoy al 832-384-9588.
Palitos y Bolitas es la catedral de la explicación. Este programa es la única parada que necesitas para entender los porqués y cómo de todo lo que pasa en México y el mundo. Lunes a viernes, 7 p.m. por Heraldo Televisión.
Según el FBI, un robo ocurre cada 13 segundos. Los hogares y negocios sin un sistema de seguridad confiable tienen 300% más de probabilidades de ser robados. Alert 360 proporciona soluciones de seguridad sólidas y personalizadas a clientes residenciales y comerciales, ya sea seguridad en el hogar, detección de incendios y monóxido de carbono, protección contra inundaciones, atención conectada para personas mayores, soluciones de vigilancia administradas por video, monitoreo de alarma las 24 horas al día, 7 días a la semana y seguridad de personas. Alert 360 es su solución ideal. Además, Alert 360 tiene integraciones inteligentes para el hogar y el negocio, para una total tranquilidad, protegiendo lo más importante y reduciendo los costos de energía con nuestras funciones de programación automática de primera línea. Alert 360 ofrece descuentos en servicios de seguridad a personal militar, veteranos, primeros respondientes, educadores y personal hospitalario. No seas víctima, da un paso fuerte hoy. Llame a Rosana Torres al 832-863-8574 para su consulta gratuita.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager, and it's time to get productive. And we've got the productivity lady here, Clara Capano. Clara, how are you today?
I am doing fantastic, Michael. How are you?
I'm great. Congratulations on the book launch. We saw it come out. Take a minute and promote yourself and prop up your book. Tell us about that.
Well, thank you so much. So this is my third book, and it is my gift to all the mompreneurs out there. So those working professional mothers, and it's called The Mother of All Success Manuals: How to Control Your Days, Lose the Guilt, and Find Harmony Between Work and Life. And, this was born out of my own personal challenges of trying to juggle it all as a single working mother. And it just hit on Tuesday, and it already is #1 bestseller on Amazon. So I'm very proud of it.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Yeah, I saw it. As a father, I guess I'm going to have to go read it and take it with a little spin, right?
Yes, exactly. And maybe I'll write a little footnote. Maybe I could do a little, appendage for the fathers.
There you go. There you go. Somebody give us some love. So, all right, we're going to talk about being productive during the week. So I know, I'm a person, I try to plan out my day, and I put that "try" in quotes. I try to plan out my week and my month and my year. How do we really do it successfully? Where do we need to start?
Yes. So this has actually been one of my secret weapons to staying productive, because again, we don't want to be busy. We want to be productive. So what I do, and it's a 3-tiered approach, and it starts before the week starts. What we want to do to have a successful week is really get that vision of what we want our week to look like before it starts. So I do mine on Sundays. So Sunday evenings, I block out about 30 minutes, and it's an appointment in my schedule. Now, a lot of the people that I work with do it Monday morning, and that's fine. You have to find the time that works for you. But for me, I like Sundays, and it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes. And the first thing I do, because there's 3 steps, the first thing that I do is I review the prior week. How did it go? What got done? What didn't get done? Do I have new business coming in? I really want to just get an overall view. One of the questions I love to ask myself is, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how did I show up last week? It's not, did I get everything done? Because we don't always get everything done. It's, how did I show up? And if it wasn't a 10, what could I have done differently to get me closer to a 10? The reason that we want to take time to review is because, one, it's the accountability factor. Are we getting things done? But more importantly, we review because we want to start to learn. We want to start to understand, are there gaps? What's working? What isn't working? It also will, over time, start to show you patterns. This was very helpful to me, because what I started to notice is I was really good at getting things done and showing up with purpose through the beginning of the week. But by Thursday, and especially Friday, I would be losing steam. I also started to notice that I am more productive in the morning than the afternoon. So this helped me so that when I got to the point of planning my schedule, I would front load my weeks. So my Monday, my Tuesdays, and my Wednesdays were longer days, whereas my Thursday was a little bit shorter, and my Friday, I generally am done working by about 11 a.m. in the morning. And then I did the same thing with my days. I schedule my more focused activities before 1 p.m. and then some of my more free-flowing activities, or ones that don't need as much brain power, in the afternoon. But if I hadn't been reflecting, I wouldn't know what was working and what wasn't working, so I could adjust. So that's really step number 1, is, again, making sure that we're reviewing and really getting clear on what's happening.
Okay, so with step number 1, we've actually got to get to the point, we've got to be very honest with ourselves on who we, because I know if I rated this week, Clara, negative numbers available?
Sometimes those negative numbers tell us more than the positive ones.
It just was. I know myself. I was just very unmotivated this week. There were things I just didn't feel like doing stuff.
And that's normal. And that's normal.
Yeah.
And you've got to acknowledge that. And the truth is, Michael, you've been doing this a long time too. 1 week, 2 weeks, it's not going to tank your business. But if you start having 3, 5, 6 weeks of that in a row, it's not going to show up today. It's going to start showing up in about 3, 4, 5 months. And that's what you have to look at. If you have 3 weeks and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm, a 2 or a -4, something else is going on. And that's where, as a coach, I could intervene. because I could then say, it's been several weeks and you're not getting this one activity done. Or it's been several weeks and I'm noticing that you're not getting into the office until 10 a.m. What's going on? Because that's different than what your goal is. So it's really important to look at those. But we all have those weeks. Yeah. I have them. And it's about shedding light and learning.
Yeah, it's not beating yourself up. If you fall off, it's fall off the cart, get back on and do it. And I've got to tell my clients, I had a couple clients this week that were the same way. It's like, dude, you guys have been killing it, crushing it the last couple weeks. It's all right. This is okay. Take a couple days, reset. Let's get where we're going. But don't beat yourself up over it. And if we continue to beat ourselves up, that's where we're going to get mad. So that was step number 1. What's step number 2?
So step number 2 is to really lay out where your focus needs to go. So this is essentially your to-do list for the week. You want to start listing out, and this is why we want to do it in writing. You really want to list out what are all the things you want to focus on this week. Who do you need to follow up with or reach out to? What projects do you need to work on? Do you have some dates and deadlines, meetings, appointments? Go ahead and do those things. What administrative tasks need to get done? Do you need to do things such as go to the post office? All of those items, and you really want to lay it out. The reason that we want to do this is this comes back to how our brain operates, and it's very scientific. Now, there is a methodology out there. It's called the lion syndrome. And the way that this works is if you think of the circus and you think of the lion and the lion tamer, the lion tamer, is just there. And quite frankly, the lion can easily kill the lion tamer, but it doesn't. Because in the lion's brain, it doesn't see one threat coming at it. It actually sees 6. It sees the lion tamer, the whip, and then the 4 feet on the stool. And in the lion's brain, if 6 things are coming at it, it starts to shut down. What we know based on science is that when we feed our brain more than 5 bits of information, it starts to slow its process. When we give it more than about 9 bits of information, it really stops its processing. So what we want to do is we want to get everything out of our brain, because then what we're going to do when we pair this with step number 3 that we'll get into in a minute, you chunk it down into just a few things at a time. You maybe go day by day and you say, okay, on Monday, based upon my schedule today, which of these 3 items can I get done today? And you take that long list of maybe 15 or 20 items and you adjust it into small little bits at a time, because it's going to make it more manageable and it's going to keep your brain from spiraling out. One of the great examples I use, because my background has been in real estate, is when I would work with a buyer. If I put the buyer in my car and showed them more than 9 homes in one day, by the end of the day, their brain was complete mush. They couldn't process or remember anything. We want to get out of that overwhelm, because that's what's going to help us to be productive rather than just being busy. So step number 2 is let's get everything out of our brain and let's get that to-do list together.
Is there a place we should go to do this? Because I found out I've just recently moved. I know you're doing that. And I'm not productive in my new place. I've figured it out. I can do my Zooms. I can do the things. But when it comes to me doing my business, how do we figure out where to go do this? Do we need to put ourselves in a happy place? Do we need to go somewhere to get this done?
Yeah. And, your environment is so important, and your environment is both mental and physical. So, you've got to find a place that's going to really, again, energize you and connect you. So where I currently live is a townhome. And initially, I had my office in the basement. My basement is finished, so I painted it a bright color. I put in plants and all these things, trying to make it this amazing office space for me. But at the end of the day, when I went to work, I was still going to a basement, and I felt that. When my son got older, when he reached the age of about 12, I moved him into the basement and gave him a man cave. And I moved my office up to his room, which had vaulted ceilings, natural sunlight. I painted it, a color that I love, and I could immediately feel the shift of energy. So you've got to find a place that, again, is really going to be conducive for you, that lights you up. Get an office space. Even if you're in a tighter space, maybe just get a desk or have a place that is designated for your office space. Surround it with things. It could be motivational pictures or images. It could be, pictures of your family, but you want to, again, make sure it's a place that lights you up. And sometimes you've got to work with it. Now, I will tell you, routine can also cause stagnation. So even though I have my office and I'm in my office when I'm working from home and not on the road, I work out of my office space 90% of the time. But sometimes I need to shake it up a bit. So sometimes I work down in my dining room or wherever it may be. So again, give yourself the freedom and flexibility. But if you're noticing that you're not excited to go to work and it's not energizing you, you need to, look at doing that. Now, as far as mentally, find some things that really work for you. One of the things that I do is I call it the 5 words. And what I think about is a time that I felt in the zone. We've all had that moment where we got off the phone with the client or whatever it was, and we're like, I nailed it. I try to think about that. And I came up with 5 words that represent Clara when Clara is at her best in my zone. And my 5 words are energized, motivating, genuine, prepared, and inspiring. Those words represent Clara when Clara is at her best. So I want to make sure that I'm getting myself in that mindset with those 5 words. So I check in with those 5 words. And if I'm not feeling those 5 words, my job is to get there. So it could be that I have to listen to some music to pump me up. Maybe I want to watch something on YouTube, something motivational, or read something motivational. So again, you've got to start paying attention and really tapping into yourself. And you hit it. You got to be honest. And if you're not feeling it, step away for a moment, reset yourself. But you've got to start looking at your environment, because just like with a plant, if a plant is not blooming, I don't change the plant. I have to change the environment.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, we're coming to step 3. I'm looking forward to this because I'm telling you, I'm struggling. I got to move my pot. So you just got to move my pot where it is. Come on, let's go on. What's next?
Okay, so step 3 is a very, very important step because this is our schedule. And we have to start changing our mindset and understanding that a schedule is not about restricting us. It's actually about giving us freedom, because the things that get scheduled get done. So what you want to do is you want to get an idea. What do you want your week to look like? We'll talk about real life in just a moment, but we want to come up with the vision of our optimal week. So you want to do a couple of things. You want to look over your week, and the very first thing that you time block for, this is critical. The first thing that needs to go into your schedule is you, your life, time with loved ones, time for working out, whatever you want to do. The number one reason that people do not have a life is because they don't plan their life. So plan your life first. It becomes an appointment, and you put that in first. The second thing you want to do, and this goes back to being honest, you need to be honest about how many hours do you have to invest in work this week. Now, it could be a normal week, so it could be a normal 40-hour-a-week work week. But what if you're leaving on vacation on Thursday? It's not a normal week. You're only working 3 days. So you have to get clear, because it's not about the hours we have. It's about how we use those hours. So you get clear. How many hours do I truly have? Then what you want to do is now go in and time block. This is where you can go back to step 2. Take some of those items, time block them, make them appointments. If you need to go to Office Depot or Office Max, when are you going to do that? If you are having coffees and lunches with clients, put those in there as appointments. If you're going to be doing reach out calls, when are you going to do that? This is where you time block, and you need to time block the purposeful things. So now you put that in there. You know when you're available, you know when you're not. So you have your schedule put together. What you want to do here is you then take it day by day. You see, what we're doing is we're laying out the vision of the week. And the truth is, the vision comes first, the how will find a way. We know that life happens. And we could have the best laid plans for the week and it can change like that. But that's okay, because I got some tips to help you when these things come up. So you have your schedule put together. So now you're here, it's Monday morning, you're diving into your week. What you want to do each day is look over your day before it starts. So about 5 minutes before you really dive into your work day, look over your schedule that you put together. Do you need to adjust anything? Has anything changed? Is your energy feeling different? Whatever it is. So you look it over and you want to make sure that if you do any adjustments, you can do it before the day starts. But let's say that I have down that I'm going to be making calls to clients. I'm going to be doing lead generation calls today from 10 to 11. And then all of a sudden somebody calls me and says, hey, Clara, can you come and meet? I'll take the example of real estate again. Hey, can you come show me this house? Normally what I do is, oh, absolutely. And I jump up and I say, oh, I'll just make the calls later. But that's not what we want to do, because that's not working with purpose. You need to start making business decisions with your time. So the first thing you want to do is just take a pause and ask yourself, does this make good business sense? And if it makes good business sense, if it fits into your vision, then you can change your schedule. I wouldn't get rid of my calls, but I might say something to the effect of, I already have a previously set appointment. Would you be available for me to meet you at 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock? And see how that goes first. If it really is an urgent matter and they have to do it at that time, again, you have to make business decisions. But do these checks and balances, because far too often we are a Pop-Tart and we just jump before we give some thought to how we're doing things. And this is how we get off schedule. And that one statement, I have a previously set appointment, because it doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's time to do calls, if it's going someplace with your child, if it's going to get your nails done, it doesn't matter. It's an appointment. And you need to let them know. And again, I have a previously set appointment. This is when I am available. And you'll be surprised, about 95% of the time, they will be able to fit into your schedule rather than you rearranging your schedule for them.
All right, let's go a quick review of the 1, 2, and 3. So number one is
reflect and review last week.
Number two,
get your to-do list together. And then number 3, put your schedule together.
All right, so Clara, how do people get a hold of you? Because, hey, we cleared 20 minutes here.
There we go. Yeah, so the best way to get a hold of me is just at my website, which is just claracapano.com. You can follow me, you can learn about me, you can get access to any of my trainings, and certainly reach out and ask me questions. I just want to be a resource.
Well, that's awesome, Clara. Thanks so much. And I'm telling you, if people follow this, they're going to get more productive. You get more productive, you make more profit. So productivity equals profits. I love it, Clara. We'll see you next time. All right, I'm Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV. We're going to be back with more right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hello, my name is Charles Sanders, and I'm a personal injury attorney with the Rose Sanders Law Firm, based in Texas and with offices in Houston, Dallas, McAllen, and El Paso. We assist individuals throughout the entire state who have suffered harm due to the negligence of another person. With my experience as an insurance adjuster, I understand and I know exactly how to counter the strategies employed by insurance companies, and I'm bringing this knowledge to you. We handle a wide variety of situations ranging from car accidents to defamation and unsafe property conditions. We are here to provide support and legal representation at no cost to you. Call us today at 713-221-3773.
Are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed or burnt out with no energy left for what's most important to you? In order to effectively run your business and maximize your profits, you have got to be the best possible you that you can be. Now is the time to reclaim your energy, master your schedule, and maximize your profits so you can effectively run your business rather than it running you. It's time to become the CEO of your business and life. I'm Jen Godet, a business strategist and life coach. I work with overwhelmed business owners who feel stuck in a rut and depleted. I teach you how to stop doing the things that aren't making you money and start prioritizing the things that bring you energy, joy, and lasting impact. I'm a human performance specialist and an international best-selling author. I've helped countless people all over the world to learn the art of saying no, overcome their fear, and maximize their performance. Let's get you to live your best possible reality. Start today and become the CEO of your business and your life.
The best bilingual news, business talk, and technology content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are watching NowMedia Television, the first bilingual media network in the United States.
El tema está en los países. Liderazgo y experiencia. Nuestro país debe meterse en las grandes discusiones y en los grandes debates. Son parte de una carrera exitosa. Se juegan dos estados. Él es referente en el periodismo. No definen el 2024. Javier Solórzano te espera cada noche para llevarte las noticias, el análisis y las entrevistas más importantes de lo que sucede día a día en el país. Este es el referente de la noche.
The best bilingual news, business talk, and technology content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are watching NowMedia Television, the first bilingual media network in the United States.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager. Hey, we got a treat today. Live in studio, the man from Idaho, David Murphy. He's actually in Houston. David, how's it going, buddy?
Doing well, Michael. Thank you very much.
Man, so you came back, what, to melt?
Yeah, really? It's a tad warmer here than it is in Idaho right now. But as we were talking earlier, the biggest thing is that the humidity here in Houston is so much more than it is up in the high desert.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little different. So this is the first discussion I think we've ever had without a cigar and whiskey in front of us. And yeah, they won't let us put this on TV. All right, so we're going to talk about hiring attorneys and doing everything we need to do. So when business owners are out there, we know it's a time that we need to hire an attorney. What are 2 or 3 things that we need to look at when we start searching for somebody with your skill set?
Well, I would think that the first thing that you want to talk about is, what do I need an attorney to do? Because we're not jack of all trades. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that people seem to fail to understand, is that a family law attorney isn't the same thing that you need for a real estate attorney or civil litigation for business transactions. They're not the same animal. Mm-hmm. So the first thing is defining what you're looking for. And then the next thing I would say, don't go to Google.
Okay.
As I've talked to you a million times in the discussions we've had both on air and off, your relationships are what drive your business. Mm-hmm. And so if you already have the relationship with a CPA or a commercial realtor or real estate broker, they'd kill me, or your financial planner, those types of people, the people that are already trusted in your business that you're working with, ask them who they know.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, as I talk to a lot of business owners and tell them referrals, if you're a normal business owner, if you just run your business on referrals, can be kind of risky. But that's because you got to sell your business at some time, and it can't just be about that relationship with you. But attorneys are a little bit different. You're not looking to sell a business the same way that another type of business is. So these referrals can be really important. Who should they go to? I mean, I've gone to CPAs, I've gone to financial advisors, like you said. who is the best person that refers you business?
For me, for what my main practice is, being commercial real estate and business, my two biggest people are CPAs and commercial brokers. I would advise people to seek out the name of 2 or 3 different attorneys and go and put those attorneys through their paces. Give them a job interview. You're hiring them to be a part of your team. So what's critical, and I know you believe this as well, is that person is going to be someone that you can call and talk with, that understands what your business is, that's on the same team, that's part of your mastermind group. Yeah. I mean, not to just jump Napoleon Hill into the middle of everything, but that book is so important for a business owner.
Well, it is. It is. Putting together your mastermind, Think and Grow Rich, and everything we need to do. And it's so important because I think that interview process is, we want to understand the relationship. Do we get along? Do we understand how we talk? Do we understand my emotions and stuff like that without getting off track? Because that's a very important part of the relationship between business owner and trusted advisor, right?
Sure. I mean, the personality as well as the area of practice that they're going to be working in is critically important. But I would say this over and over again to clients and colleagues alike, is that not every attorney is for every client. Not every client is for every attorney. Not just a matter of what type of law are they practicing, but do you need a downtown attorney? Is that what your need calls for? Or is it more someone who's going to be more colloquial, who's going to be more relational to what you're dealing with, and understand you personally? You're going to find people do business with people that they like, and that are like themselves. And so find that person that is going to mirror your personality the closest, and that's probably who you're going to be able to build the better relationship with. And if you can build that better relationship, that's when you're going to have the key things that are going to help your business, because you can pick up the phone and call Billy and say, hey, Billy, I'm trying to sell my business. What do I need to get put together? The business broker I'm talking with says ABC. You want all that teamwork to come together and work together for your benefit. And the only way you're going to get there really is having proper personalities.
Right. I know you kind of put yourself out there as that downtown attorney, kind of with the country feel. And if people could look down at our feet, you could see it, because David's got the cowboy boots on and I got flip flops. It's
You're ready to go fishing.
We are. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah, this is off for going fishing. That's what we're going to do. But you've got to make sure you feel comfortable with the person you're there, because you're a trusted advisor, and as the relationship grows, that changes. One of the things I always have my clients, especially the business clients, the first introduction I look at is somebody like you. I want to go into a basic business attorney, somebody that can help us with contracts, with corporations, with the basic things we need. And then I realize that attorneys know other attorneys. And when we get to the specialized stuff, and we need the patents, we need we need the family law, we need this. You guys know them, right?
Yeah, I would never send somebody to Google. Well, I love Googling things myself, but if I'm looking for someone to be part of my mastermind team for my business, I want to talk to other professionals that are working with that person. What's your experience? Who did you refer me? And again, go get 3, 4, 5 and interview them and see what's going on. And to your point, we don't all wear the same hat. We're not going to be the same area of expertise. And so if I'm working with a business owner and putting together their system, trying to organize what they're going to look like from the beginning to the end, trying to put together some sort of a succession plan if it's that time, and they get to the point where they're going to be doing franchising, because that's what their model needs to grow, I'm going to refer them to a franchise attorney, because that's not what I do.
Right.
And they need to be with the right attorney to help them succeed. And someone who's going to try to be a jack of all trades, that's someone you want to stay away from.
Right. It's there, and I know we've got it. We've got an attorney that we do a lot of business with. We refer them out. We refer you guys out when we can, and that's what is important, because I think the same way as I never refer out one person. And I never refer out one person because I want them to go out and interview that person, just like you've said many times. Go out and interview that person to make sure you're a fit. Okay, so now we figured out, David, you're a fit. You're the guy that we're gonna, go ahead and we're gonna do business with. What does that relationship look like at the beginning, and how does it mature?
At the beginning, it really is a matter of working out and feeling out what the business owner is doing, how we can best assist, and trying to help them put their plan together. I mean, if you don't know where you're going, if you haven't laid out your plan, then you're never going to get anywhere. I mean, you've always got to put it in writing. So putting those contracts in writings and building up the system around their business from a paperwork perspective to help it go forward. After we get through the initial stuff, then we start talking about what does it look like as your business is growing? How does that come together? And that's when we're going to start getting into places where it may not be my expertise. Maybe we need to be talking about patents, and I don't do patent law, but I've got a buddy or a couple buddies that I'll refer them out to and say, go talk to this person about your copyright or your patent. I mean, working with the USPTO is a whole different animal.
Yep.
And so getting that stuff put together, I often have clients that will look at me, I don't like what my CPA is doing. How do we find a new CPA? And so that relationship really comes, I want my clients to call me and talk to me about everything that they've got going on and how I can help them, direct them maybe to a new vendor or talk to them about another problem that they're having that may not be my focus, but I'm going to be a heck of a lot better resource for referrals than Google is. Google's it's great, but it's not what you want.
Google's great because you can learn to manipulate it.
Yeah.
And if you're a good marketing person, you're good at what you want, you better hire somebody that can manipulate Google for you, especially on your side. But there's a long-term relationship because I know you, like me, we want long-term. I don't want to go find new clients every 3 weeks.
No.
I want people that are going to be there for a long period of time. It's not that I'm going to overbill them, I'm going to overcharge them, but we're going to do specific things that are really going to help them achieve their goals, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what we're here for. We're here as advisors. I mean, people call them attorney, lawyer, whatever, but the title is that you're a counselor at law.
Right.
I'm here to help counsel your business, and so I tell my clients, I'm like, look, if you've got a legal thing that you're dealing with, call me. Call me immediately. If it's not something I do, I can get you to somebody who does, or we can talk through it and let's deal with it as an issue before it becomes a problem. Problems are a lot more expensive than issues.
Yes. Issues are cheap. Problems are expensive. How often do you like to meet with your clients?
We probably, honestly, I mean, yeah, I'm sure you don't want me to lie to you, but there's a gradation in the level of clients, right? You've got your top clients that are with you, have been with you for a long time, that are doing a lot of things, and there's clients that don't need you as much. My top A-level clients, I probably talk to them at least once or twice a month. My lower level clients that don't need me as much, maybe we talk once every 6 months, or they call me when they've got an issue. And the spur is on them, not on me, to instigate those calls. But if you're working with someone regularly, they need to know what you're doing. And so again, all my A clients, I talk to them probably at least once a month, if not twice.
Right. Well, you just don't want surprises.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about. It's that trusted advisor plan. When things come in, I know I coach a couple law firms, and that's the things I hear about them so much. It's like, oh my gosh, these guys come in, we tell them, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. You hit me with a surprise. Now the surprise is going to cost you twice as much to fix.
Yeah, you can lead a horse to water.
Yeah, it's trying to get, So when you're going out and you're looking for clients and you're out there, how do you choose the good clients for you? What makes a great client for David Murphy?
Quite frankly, it's the personality. Without regard to what their business is, or if they're coming to us for real estate or business contracts, or maybe they're coming to us for estate planning. Those are our three main focuses. It's really about the personality. Am I going to be able to work with that person? Is my staff going to be able to work with that person? And we can work on developing those relationships. When I was early in my career, it was take everything because you're starving and you're trying to feed yourselves. I have been blessed that I'm not at that point now. And so we're at a point where we can say yes and no to things. And I don't say no to things because I don't want to do them. I say no to things because I don't believe that that person and what they're dealing with is going to be a fit for our firm. And so they're better off. It's not just about me, but that person is better off finding an attorney that they are going to fit with. Again, it's all about personalities.
Yeah. Well, I think you made a very important point there. Most business owners, when they're right at the beginning, they take anybody. And we call it in our world fishing with hot dogs. They're going to catch anything. I'm happy if the line gets tugged on. And now it gets to the point, you're out there in Idaho right now, and you and your son are out there throwing those flies. You're having a good time. You're looking specifically for this trout and that trout. You're even getting so snotty that you want to catch them on dry flies versus nymphs, don't you now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. But it's a different experience, and that's where that experience changes with your business, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. And the care that you need on those different levels of growth are completely different. And that's why it's important, as we were talking about, to build those relationships from the ground floor up. I've got probably 24 clients that are the top clients for our firm, and I talk to probably all of them at least once every other week. And I've gotten them, I hate to say this, but I've gotten them trained to, if they have questions, call me first, let's talk about it, let's see if we can help direct this where it's going to be congruent with the other things that we've put your business together for, from a legal perspective, documents and what have you. But it takes that time to build that for them to understand that they can call me and talk to me on the phone for 10 minutes. I'm not going to punch the clock.
You're not going to punch the clock. You're not going to charge them for every second and stuff like that.
So. It is about that relationship. And I know that when there is something that they need me on, they're going to call me, and we'll work out whatever that billing is going to be. But to call me and say, hey, David, I just heard ABC is going to happen. All right, well, let's talk about it. And we may spend 10, 15 minutes on the phone, but that's not a billable.
See, I knew if I did that, David, one of my top clients, like I said, law firm, great guy, he and I have become really good friends, and I've become good friends with a lot of my clients. And I like it. If I'm not going to become your friend, I really don't want to be your client.
Sure.
And this guy lives close to me, and I'll get a text that says beers, and I know what it is. I know there's just something going through his head, and he needs to wrap it. And if I did that to him, I'd be poking that thing, and I'd be charging him more than he charges me.
Sure.
So you got to go out there and build it right. So, you've really changed, and I know we've known each other about pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah,
it's about when we met. We started that. You get
about 4 years ago.
And it's like so many cool things. This guy used to be like a rock and roll star.
I tried to be. I don't know how I got there, though. I'm an attorney. I'm not a rock star. So
you were a rock star one day, weren't you?
In my own mind, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you played with some cool people, though, didn't you? Who'd you play with?
Well, it's been so long. I was in L.A. In the early 90s, so I got to see a lot of really, really cool bands start when they were playing in, dive bars.
Yeah. I had friends of mine. I was from Detroit. Like, I used to know Chad Smith before he was in the Chili Peppers.
Right on.
And stuff like that. So you meet these really cool people.
Will Ferrell's twin?
Yeah. We used to go talk about Tiger baseball and Michigan football. That's where we kind of, we go to after parties and do that kind of fun stuff.
Right.
But it's just the evolution of where you are. Because I remember we were talking about you go to L.A. So, well, crap, now I'm going to become a lawyer, right?
Yeah. Well, I went out to California as soon as I graduated high school, thinking, I'm the next it thing. I'm going to be a rock star. That didn't happen. Stumbled my way into real estate. Did that for a decade or more, and then sat back and was like, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? And looked at my wife and said, hey, I want to go to law school. And she said, you're crazy. Mm. She had tried it, and she didn't like it. She was like, you're crazy. I'm like, no, this is going to be great. And so second career attorney, I think it gives me a little bit different approach and how I look at things, that I was an entrepreneur first and an attorney second. Mm-hmm. So I utilize that when I'm talking to my clients as well. It's hard to take the entrepreneur hat off.
Yeah.
I mean, you know this.
Yep.
I can put the attorney hat over it, but you can't ever, once you own your own business and you've been working on it and you've gotten into multiple businesses, it's hard to take that hat off your head. And so we look at the things that we're doing with our clients as part of being inside counsel, even though we're outside.
Yeah, but this is it. This is bringing somebody on like you. You've had life experiences that are different. You have been in your client's shoes. You can see it. You know it. We've all been there. It's all been different. So, David, how long are you in Houston for? How long are you going to be here?
We're here for 2 weeks this time, and then I'll be back in September, October for probably about a month.
All right. So here you actually want to meet David. We've got Whiteboards and Whiskey coming up on the first Wednesday of the month. I think it's second. I think you're coming out. You're going to have whiskey.
Absolutely.
You're going to come out and have whiskey with us.
Absolutely.
So if you want some really good discussion, that's where it's going to happen.
Right.
So David, how do people get a hold of you?
Well, they can reach us at the office. The phone number there is 281-475-2022. I think you guys have our website up on the screen right now. Murphy's Law, PLLC. So that's our tagline. Murphy's Law, be prepared.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about. It's just going out there, having it. But look at it. Come follow David, and where you go. From rock star to real estate investor to lawyer in Houston to now just living the life in Idaho. You got to love it. Dave, thanks a lot, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right, this is Michael Rager, your business guide. We're going to be back with more Biz Talk TV right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hello, my name is Charles Sanders, and I'm a personal injury attorney with the Rose Sanders Law Firm, based in Texas and with offices in Houston, Dallas, McAllen, and El Paso. We assist individuals throughout the entire state who have suffered harm due to the negligence of another person. With my experience as an insurance adjuster, I understand and I know exactly how to counter the strategies employed by insurance companies, and I'm bringing this knowledge to you. We handle a wide variety of situations, ranging from car accidents to defamation and unsafe property conditions. We are here to provide support and legal representation at no cost to you. Call us today at 713-221-3773.
Are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed or burnt out with no energy left for what's most important to you? In order to effectively run your business and maximize your profits, you have got to be the best possible you that you can be. Now is the time to reclaim your energy, master your schedule, and maximize your profits so you can effectively run your business rather than it running you. It's time to become the CEO of your business and life. I'm Jen Godet, a business strategist and life coach. I work with overwhelmed business owners who feel stuck in a rut and depleted. I teach you how to stop doing the things that aren't making you money and start prioritizing the things that bring you energy, joy, and lasting impact. I'm a human performance specialist and an international best-selling author. I've helped countless people all over the world to learn the art of saying no, overcome their fear, and maximize their performance. Let's get you to live your best possible reality. Start today and become the CEO of your business and your life.
The best bilingual news, business talk, and technology content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are watching NowMedia Television, the first bilingual media network in the United States.
El tema está en que los países. Liderazgo y experiencia. Nuestro país debe meterse en las grandes discusiones y en los grandes debates. Son parte de una carrera exitosa. Juegan dos estados. Él es referente en el periodismo. No definen el 2024. Javier Solórzano te espera cada noche para llevarte las noticias, el análisis y las entrevistas más importantes de lo que sucede día a día en el país. Este es el referente de la noche.
The best bilingual news, business talk, and technology content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are watching NowMedia Television, the first bilingual media network in the United States.
All right, everybody, what a show. I'm telling you, I really enjoyed it today. It was amazing. We got to really go in and deep dive with some of our clients today. You know, we had Clara Capano. Clara came in, she was this really deep dive, 3-step approach to becoming productive, and productivity equals profits. You got to get out there and schedule your week so you can be productive. I'm telling you, I know this has been one of those weeks with me. If you guys follow me on social media, you've seen it. I have some really good memes that are out there about it. And but it's just, we just got to go out there and become productive. We've got to go out and plan. Proper planning equals profits. And those are the things that we got to do. Then we had David Murphy come in. I'm telling you, David was great. We got to really dive into how do you go ahead and hire the right attorney, and then really what to expect from them, and how to build that relationship, because that's the foundation of building your business trust, your trust group. That's what you need. You need this trust group. You got your coaches like me, you got your attorneys like David, you got your CPAs, you got other consultants, your marketing people. These are the people that help you build the proper foundation of your business. And these are the people that you need involved. The more successful you get, the more smart people you need to bounce ideas off of. And that's what it's all about. So I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you're going to come out and follow us. You know, Wednesday the 2nd, Whiteboards and Whiskey. If you haven't been, you should go. It's going to be a great event. We're going to have some good things. And David Murphy, who you saw in here today, is actually going to be there with us. He's going to be there, and you have a chance to talk with him as well. So I'm Michael Rager. I'm your business guide. Go out there, have yourself a great week. Watch some more Biz Talk TV. Enjoy all the other shows that we got going on at NowMedia, and go make yourself a great day.
This has been a NowMedia Television feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hello, my name is Charles Sanders, and I'm a personal injury attorney with the Rose Sanders Law Firm, based in Texas and with offices in Houston, Dallas, McAllen, and El Paso. We assist individuals throughout the entire state who have suffered harm due to the negligence of another person. With my experience as an insurance adjuster, I understand and I know exactly how to counter the strategies employed by insurance companies, and I'm bringing this knowledge to you. We handle a wide variety of situations ranging from car accidents to defamation and unsafe property conditions. We are here to provide support and legal representation at no cost to you. Call us today at 713-221-3773.
Are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed or burnt out with no energy left for what's most important to you? In order to effectively run your business and maximize your profits, you have got to be the best possible you that you can be. Now is the time to reclaim your energy, master your schedule, and maximize your profits so you can effectively run your business rather than it running you. It's time to become the CEO of your business and life. I'm Jen Godet, a business strategist and life coach. I work with overwhelmed business owners who feel stuck in a rut and depleted. I teach you how to stop doing the things that aren't making you money and start prioritizing the things that bring you energy, joy, and lasting impact. I'm a human performance specialist and an international best-selling author. I've helped countless people all over the world to learn the art of saying no, overcome their fear, and maximize their performance. Let's get you to live your best possible reality. Start today and become the CEO of your business and your life.
Best bilingual news, business talk, and technology content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are watching NowMedia Television, the first bilingual media network in the United States.
El tema está en los países. Liderazgo y experiencia. Nuestro país debe meterse en las grandes discusiones y en los grandes debates. Son parte de una carrera exitosa. Se juegan dos estados. Él es referente en el periodismo. No definen el 2024. Javier Solórzano te espera cada noche para llevarte las noticias, el análisis y las entrevistas más importantes de lo que sucede día a día en el país. Este es el referente de la noche.
Are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed or burnt out with no energy left for what's most important to you? In order to effectively run your business and maximize your profits, you have got to be the best possible you that you can be. Now is the time to reclaim your energy, master your schedule, and maximize your profits so you can effectively run your business rather than it running you. It's time to become the CEO of your business and life. I'm Jen Godet, a business strategist and life coach. I work with overwhelmed business owners who feel stuck in a rut and depleted. I teach you how to stop doing the things that aren't making you money and start prioritizing the things that bring you energy, joy, and lasting impact. I'm a human performance specialist and an international best-selling author. I've helped countless people all over the world to learn the art of saying no, overcome their fear, and maximize their performance. Let's get you to live your best possible reality. Start today and become the CEO of your business and your life.
Palitos y bolitas es la catedral de la explicación. Este programa es la única parada que necesitas para entender los porqués y cómo de todo lo que pasa en México y el mundo. Lunes a viernes, 7 p.m. por Heraldo Televisión.
El tema está en los países. Liderazgo y experiencia. Nuestro país debe meterse en las grandes discusiones y en los grandes debates. Son parte de una carrera exitosa. Se juegan dos estados. Él es referente en el periodismo. No definen el 2024. Javier Solórzano te espera cada noche para llevarte las noticias, el análisis y las entrevistas más importantes de lo que sucede día a día en el país. Este es el referente de la noche.
Years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
best bilingual news, business talk,
en vivo desde Houston, la ciudad espacial. Esto es NowMedia Television.